right, welcome to the Shock Drop Podcast, your ultimate sneaker source for sneaker culture and sneaker news. I'm Chris, and I'm here with my co-host Kyle and Azeem. In this episode, we have an exciting lineup of topics to cover, including the grand opening of the Jordan Tokyo store, some exciting news of Beyonce leaving Adidas for new ventures, the highly anticipated collaboration between Supreme and Undercover coming later this week. We'll also be talking about the leaked collaboration between Jerry Lorenzo and Adidas, and even Jerry Lorenzo speaking out against this, as well as the very controversial topic of sneaker pre orders. As always, if you're listening on YouTube, please subscribe. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Music, please follow and rate the episode. So let's go ahead and jump in. So this is a little bit out of the realm for all of us since we're here in the US, but Jordan Brand did do a Tokyo opening, and they did release this very exclusive Tokyo vintage Jordan 1 low. Are you guys into Jordan 1 low still? Are you guys feeling this?
Yes.
They've
I
been
like them.
releasing some good colorways lately.
Yeah.
So this one was pretty good.
Yeah. I like it.
And I know you guys mentioned it earlier. It really does have like a heavy Union vibe to it.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
age midsole, the split tone between the blue and the gray. Yeah, and the yellow wing, the
They did the
yellow
tongue as
logo on the
well.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it has yellow on it. Right there.
Honestly, like if you didn't tell me that this was the Jordan Tokyo exclusive, I probably would have said this is a Union collab.
Yeah, I mean, it almost looks like a leaked Union sample of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Union
can't
said they
imagine
didn't want
we're
it,
really
so
gonna see
Jordan
it.
just stole the copy.
And
They
they
stole
were
the design.
they didn't steal, they were
Yeah.
inspired.
Inspired by a similar colorway, we just took the branding off and made it ours.
Yep, exactly. Do you know if uh these were like you had to be in person, like it was like the first come first serve kind of thing?
Yeah. I
I
don't
think
know
that's
if
how it
first come,
was.
first serve.
Okay.
It might have been an event, and this is where the information gets a little cloudy. But there was
Mhm.
also a Travis and Fujiwara kind of thing that happened there. So that's the
Oh,
fragment
what?
guy, yeah.
So they were both
So
there.
there was a
Nice.
sample thing that was going around of a Travis Jordan 1 low like Union
Uh-huh.
version, and it had like WOF on the side, WOF on the heel, and on the tongue it had a Jordan logo that said Utopia in it.
Oh,
And but there's only
interesting.
been one pair seen. It was in like a clear box, and then I think
Mhm.
later on it was bagged. But I've never seen more than the one pair, and
Hmm.
everybody's very confident that there's more Travis Jordan ones releasing, but there's been nothing else slated or confirmed yet. It's just these samples or one-offs being made. I don't even know if they gave that away. Maybe it was just for the event, but they did so little promo and stuff around it. I mean, it's just a huge mystery.
Yeah, they just snuck it in there.
Yeah, they really did. And you would have thought, right, with the Travis Olives coming up so soon, they would have tried
Right.
to hype up another very similar one-off, almost exclusive colorway.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know. What versus I guess the olives versus the other Jordan ones. Would you hope for more colorways, or do you think they should just quit while they're ahead?
This would be the fifth one, right?
Uh, we had the OG, we had the fragment, we had the reverse, the black, and then yes, olive, the fifth.
Olive. I don't know. 5 feels like a nice even number to end on.
Yeah, I think they should take a break for a while at least.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the lows really, I think they've done so well on, right? Versus on
Yeah.
any of the others.
The only one that I mean, if you're talking about like resale wise, that's really missed was the Phantom.
Yeah, but that
I
was
mean,
just
even
a basic
yeah,
black.
right. But I'm just saying like 600, 700 is like still considered a miss, shows you like how much people like them too.
Yeah. Yeah, and Nike's definitely pumping up the stock with them. So I mean, they know the demand is there. They're trying to meet whatever they can.
Yeah. I mean, I
Um,
think after 5, they're doing well. Don't oversaturate it, but also don't dilute like what the success that you've done so far
So
too.
my prediction is they're going to release another one after Utopia.
think so?
Unfortunately.
Ooh,
Yeah.
chop
That'd be
chop.
interesting. And Travis, so far, I think he said Utopia won't drop until the other people on his label drop. So he's kind of doing like the Kanye thing.
Oh, I
That one
see.
summer, right, where Nas dropped, Pusha dropped and then he dropped, right? They had everybody kind of back to back to back. I think it's going to be something kind of like that is what they were trying to do with it. I don't really know who else is on Travis's label. It's like Don Toliver.
Yeah. I actually don't know anyone else I
Yeah,
find.
that's about it. Maybe Nav. I don't know if he's on that
Nah,
label
no,
or
he's
not.
signed to the Weeknd's label.
Oh,
I
he's on the
saw.
weekends. Okay.
So
Yeah,
who
so I
else?
don't know who else he is. I mean, it's probably a couple other the smaller feature artists, but I mean, obviously Travis is the big one on the label.
Right.
And Don Toliver is pretty big. I mean, I don't want to say that he's not, but he's definitely not Travis big for sure.
He doesn't have
But
a
Is Sheck
shoe
West
collab.
signed to them? Yeah,
oh,
Sheck West
maybe
is.
yeah, Sheck West, but Sheck hasn't really had anything since the one big song,
Yeah,
right? I don't think he's had
exactly.
any other big hits come out. So maybe one more. But speaking of big hits, I know this Azeem, this is a big one for you. The Supreme and Undercover collaboration. What do you think?
It was pretty
We just got
good.
our look images and stuff.
Yeah, they did a lot of references to old Undercover seasons, so that was pretty cool too. With the jeans as well as the like side bag or pocket thing.
Oh, the the utility belt.
Yeah, because that
This
was
thing.
actually like they did something similar for like Undercover 2001. So that's pretty cool that they're like actually bringing these references back.
Yeah,
Did
it
the
definitely looks like they went old school with it.
yeah?
Yeah.
Did the original have Arabic on it as well?
No.
No, I don't think it
Oh.
did.
Oh, okay. So
So
this
this
is
is a new
this is a
one.
twist to it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I believe some of the colors are the same,
Mm.
or very similar, but I don't. Yeah, I think the logos and text and everything is all very different.
Yeah. The Moto jacket or like Moto shirt was also a reference from 2001 as well.
The
Nice.
anti-war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that piece.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. It's kind of
It's
interesting, but I don't
out.
think I could wear it.
It's out there
Yeah,
for sure.
that's not really a piece that I can wear, especially like the clothing type, let alone what it says. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but it's
the
also like
clothing type is not for me.
what is that like design on it? That pink and blue?
I think it's
That circle?
a crown of thorns.
Oh,
If I had to take a guess, that's what it looks like.
thought it was a target.
I've stared
Chris, I know
at
you didn't.
Kendrick's diamond crown of thorns so much that like that image is emblazed in my head. That thing is beautiful. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what it looks like. I don't know what it means though.
Hmm. Also, what does the Arabic mean?
Oh, that's a
Oh,
Zine
we talked about
question.
this.
Yes, we
Oh, you
did.
did? Okay.
So it means salam, which basically translates to peace, but it also is used as hello.
Oh, okay. So it's a greeting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. But I think
Gotcha.
it's used as like peace right here. Because the
Gotcha.
that's where
next,
it gets complicated. Is all the meetings
Yeah.
because we were just talking about the other Supreme Arabic hoodie, and that one either translates to supreme or praise. I think right, Azim,
yeah, exactly.
something like that. Yeah.
Do
That's
you
good stuff.
like the addition of the Arabic to the shirts?
I think like on this shirt, it's kind of complicated. I liked it when they did this Arabic box logo, like just
Hmm.
Supreme, but I don't know. I think I'm still gonna
This
end
one's
up
a little
copying it
weird.
and just yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It just
feels a
seems
little out of
unnecessary,
place.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, it's not like it's bad or anything, but yeah, it just seems a little out of place.
I
Yeah.
like it on the
I
jeans a
must.
little bit more.
Yeah. I don't think there's any Arabic writing on regular undercover clothing, is there? Or do they have any Arabic
No, that
style
was the strange.
collections or
Under
I
anything?
don't.
Isn't undercover Japanese?
It is
Yeah, that's what I thought
Japanese.
it was. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, that's even stranger. Yeah. What's your favorite piece of it from this Azim?
I think the jeans are pretty cool. I think I'm either gonna cop the jeans or the shirt, or maybe both, just depending on how I feel.
A
What about
full
you
Did
guys?
fit?
did Drops post the prices? I think he did. Let's see what they're
I
at.
thought he wasn't
Oh,
sure yet.
So, geez,
he
yeah,
has, but
238.
Oh, he
like,
has.
They're
Oh.
estimates. He said they're still good estimates. He's not 100% sure yet.
Mm.
But yeah, 238, my man, for those jeans.
Hey,
yeah,
but
a little pricey.
there's something that goes along your waist too, so
Yeah, it's not a
Yeah,
flannel, but it's like the cutout half part of one.
yeah.
yeah. It's like as there's like more material there, so I'm like I can kind of understand like the 238,
Right.
but it's still kind of overpriced.
For sure.
Part of it is
Kind of.
definitely the undercover, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think, Chris? What's your favorite piece?
I really liked that black camo pants, the cargo-y kind of pants. But then you pointed out they were studded, and man, that lost it for me.
I did?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
you can't
studded.
see it, right?
No.
Look on
You
the
can't see it
jacket,
at
on
all, but yeah,
the tan
they're
jacket.
studded.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I definitely would have got that, and I would have been super disappointed because I'm not in the style, I guess, to wear studded clothing like that.
Nah, dude, grab
Um,
the studded puffer too.
the
Full
puffer thing
stuff.
looks crazy too. It's so like it's all leather and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd probably
Yeah,
burn up
that's
in
kind of
that.
crazy.
I think I might go for that red flannel.
Oh
Embrace
yeah.
the full country corn out here, and I think I'll get the farmer flannel. I think it fits.
Hey, you should get an overall too.
I actually had a flannel
Yeah.
like that I wore just for like trash run like kind of stuff, and it was in
Uh,
college, and we got it from Walmart, and it was like the same color.
Really?
So I was like, okay, well, we'll go full circle. You know, we'll get the
nice.
bougie version now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. I think
yeah.
Undercover has done Arabic writing before too.
Oh,
So
okay.
Have they?
not
Okay.
new for them. Yeah.
This rabbit thing is really random, though, right? I know a lot of people
The
said the rabbit.
anti-U, I think it's
Yeah,
kind of cool. I don't know, like if it's some reference or something.
I don't. Yeah, that's where I was like, I haven't seen any reference to that. I tried to look for one. They also made a rug of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
surprising
think
too.
the rug is like 200 something.
Oh, not well, depending on how
I would
big it
buy the
is.
t-shirt
Not
max. I
terrible.
wouldn't buy like the hoodie or rug
Yeah.
for the
The
anti-U.
jeans, I don't think are that bad
Oh,
either. I would take the jeans over any of the other pants though, versus like the
328 for
sweatpants
the
or
rug?
anything. Yeah,
Oh my
328. So
goodness.
Supreme rugs tend to be hit or miss because sometimes there's just so little stock. They really
Yeah.
fly because they don't make a lot of rugs.
Which
Um,
yeah, makes
the
sense.
best
It's
rug
harder
is
to make them,
obviously
right?
yeah, and it's really expensive to ship them.
Oh, true, true.
Um, the one rug that like everybody always wants or some people pretend to have is like the Supreme square red rug, but that's like
Mhm.
a sample rug. So I'm pretty sure like only stores or like F&F have that. It's pretty rare that you find those.
I
There
don't
was
know.
one
They
rug.
stole the Supreme signs off the
Oh,
stores, so
that's
they might be
true.
stealing out the rugs.
I haven't heard that one yet. That'd be pretty funny though. The sign thing was hilarious when that was happening. It was like rampant too. It was like every other day, every
Yeah.
time they got a new sign, it would get stolen. Um, no, what I was gonna say was the one rug that I regret that I never got was like the one that had the gun on it in like 2016. Azeem, I don't know if you remember this one. It said nothing
The
in here is
gun?
worth dying for.
I need to re-picture it.
Let me see if I can.
Oh, I found it.
Yeah,
Oh, this is old.
and this thing
Yeah,
went
I
for like
barely remember
crazy
this.
money, and then the prices have kind of fallen just a little bit. But I wanted that for my I wanted that for the office room to put that right outside the door.
That would've been cool just to
Um,
have.
Jeez. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it's one of those items, right? It's like the few and far things that like Supreme doesn't always make a lot of. So it's some of those
Yeah.
accessories that can be good, but you know, Supreme right now it's a long term kind of stuff for any of these if
Yeah.
you want to resell. It's mostly a collector's game now.
Yeah, it's
But
very hit or miss.
yeah.
Are you copying the
Speaking of
bobbleheads? Oh,
no.
sorry.
No, go
No.
ahead. No, I was bobbleheads, bro. Did you see his price estimate? They're hand painted.
Oh, yeah.
They're hand
That
painted?
they're hand painted, and I was laughing, and I was like, "Well, at least these aren't hand painted." And he looked at the description, and he's like, brother." Yeah, so they're hand painted. I didn't know that. Yeah, so they're gonna be expensive. He had
Do you
125 on there. I think it'll be more.
do you think it'll come as a set or just one?
No, we don't know that either. I think it'll be just one.
Mm,
He doesn't know. We were looking at that, but if they're hand painted, I can't imagine it would be a set unless it's gonna be ridiculous price for the set too.
oh, true. I don't know. The eyes just creep me out.
Eyes creep you out.
Yeah.
I think I would get it if it wasn't like a baseball themed
Sure.
bobblehead.
Yeah.
I don't like baseball, so like I don't
What?
care for it.
Embrace the farmer. Embrace, embrace the
I think
America's
that baseball's
pastime.
fine. It's just too pricey, and I'm not into like bobbleheads like that. So I'd be like, what am I doing with this?
Yeah,
Man, I would
same.
love a hand painted Supreme item. I just don't have 5 bands to drop on a statue to sit like in my room.
A Jaguar. That still hasn't dropped
Yeah.
yet, right?
No, I don't think so. The big one that they had last, I think, was the mirror. I was gonna say it was the Cupid, but we had the mirror recently,
Mm.
right? It was like that little China plate looking thing.
Yeah, the handheld mirror, right?
Yeah. Was it handheld?
I think
It
so.
was like hand size. I don't know if it was necessarily handheld, but
Uh,
yeah.
well,
Crazy money for that thing too. Yeah, but crazy money. Azeem, are you gonna shell out some bucks for these Futuras?
I would if it's like less than 4 grand. I would actually be considerate. It'd be like,
You could
you're getting
probably
the old
flip it fast after that for more
exactly.
if you
You're
got
getting
it for that.
the
Yeah.
pair in your size, like to the public.
yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I didn't notice that. It is only one of each size. I'm used to the other ones that we've seen where it's all been multiple of them.
Hey,
Um,
and yours is a size 11, and it's the blue that you wanted.
Exactly.
Chris, are we
I
I
would have
fighting?
a
Are
hard
we
time
fighting
flipping that
for
because I'd be
ours?
like, I want these.
yeah,
Sorry,
I was
what?
gonna say we're gonna have to rock paper scissors for our blue 9.
We'll
That's
start a little pool of money. You get
yeah.
custody on the weekends. I get it on the weekday.
Jeez.
Those dunks too. Do either of you have the original one of those kind of dunks? Not like
Which
the
one?
new
I flipped
ones, but
them.
like it was like the pine green and all. You flipped them.
Oh,
They were going
Yeah,
for good money in the beginning. They fell, and that's when
exactly.
I picked one up. And
which color did you get?
I picked a pine green.
Hmm.
They are amazing. Like the leather
The
feels
quality is so good.
incredible, incredible. And then like I mean, it beats in to where it's probably my favorite dunk to walk in.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually my only normal dunk too. Everything else I have is an SB dunk.
I think it's the
Wait,
best
what
quality
about
on our
the
dunks
50?
I've felt.
Oh, I guess that's also a regular. So both off-white dunks are my regular dunks.
How does the
The
original one
50
compare to the
compare.
50? Yeah.
The 50 is canvas too, because I have number
Oh,
50, right? The
the
black
black
one.
one.
So
Yeah,
the black one is leather and canvas. This one is just full all that style leather.
gotcha. So it's harder to tell.
Yeah.
How do you
I
feel
mean,
about
the
this,
other
the
one.
off-white
No,
dunk
go ahead.
versus your SB dunks? Like, which one has better quality?
Oh, I think the SB dunks for sure. I mean, in terms of like,
Really?
well, what do you mean? I guess in leather quality, the off white beats them
Yeah,
all. But like any suede or anything like that, I like suede and stuff on my shoes
Yeah.
rather than just regular leather sometimes, just because I guess I get like the OCD where I want to go down and like pet my own shoe if I'm sitting down somewhere. So like that's why I'll wear the
What?
Grateful Deads and I'll touch it because it's a furry shoe.
Yeah. That makes
This
sense.
guy does not get
Yeah.
rain in this area, I guess.
Yeah, right?
If it's raining, it's only the black forces that come out. But when it's nice out, we wear the furry shoes so we can walk them out. But yeah, I like the shoes that have like the textures and the materials and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So the
Yeah.
leather's good to walk in, but if I wanted to pick something for quality, I would pick something that goes out there for materials and stuff like that.
That
Like
makes sense.
the Street Hawkers.
Yep.
Those are like almost every panel is something either artistically different or it feels different.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
super nice
wonderful.
one like that. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm not over? The year of the dunk, year of the rabbit dunks.
And that was such
These
a letdown for us.
honestly, nothing happened.
Yeah.
That was yeah. You would have thought like they could have put up one pair or something. Like they could do
One
the equivalent of like the sneakers or not sneakers, the StockX, Raffle X kind of thing,
mhm.
right? Just put in like a submit
Yeah.
your ticket kind of thing and like, oh, if you're lucky, right, one of each size or something like that. I think those events would do better if like I guess everything that comes back to me is at the very end of the off-white, the yellow release that happened where you had to like, be at the location.
Mhm.
Well, for the people that were not really at the location, right, when you're watching it at home, after they picked all the winners and everything, they showed a final screen and they showed the profile pictures of people that hit. So like it would be really cool if they showed like, oh, these are the people that won like this month's, exclusive dunk raffle or something like that. I mean, they got so much in the vault, right? I mean, they could
Yeah.
pull out anything. They could pull out trophy rooms if they really wanted to, and be like, "Yo, we got one pair. It's a size 11. It was Marcus's extra. He didn't want this one, right? He's calling it a brick. It's down to $1,500 now. He doesn't want it. Like, okay, we're giving it away." And they're just like, okay, everybody enter the sneakers app, and then it's going to be a profile picture of Marcus that pops up as the winner. But yeah, it'd be cool to see like that kind of engagement and stuff come out from it. They've got so much stuff, and like these Sotheby's things, I think are cool. Seeing some very exclusive shoes, but like
Hmm.
all we're doing is looking, right? We're not buying
Yeah.
this. No
I would
average
have liked to
person is
see this
buying
like
this.
on the sneakers app, like doing something like that. But I think this is
Yeah.
through like Virgil Abloh's foundation, right? They're like running this
Yes, some of the money is
charity.
going for that. Yeah, that's generally why they
Yeah,
do all these raffles for his stuff, is because it all goes to his was it foundation or fundraiser?
foundation. I don't know.
Foundation,
Right?
yeah. Whichever that it is. Yeah. I mean it goes to
Yeah.
to help others. And that's what he wanted. Um yeah, so I mean I think it's good. It's kind of a smart thing that he probably did where he had extra stuff and his plan was, okay, if this happens to me at this time, there's other stuff that's going to continue putting money into, giving back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Um,
pretty smart.
Still
yeah.
helping,
So
even though
yeah,
he's
and I
passed.
applaud him for that.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people do that, so
No.
that's pretty cool.
Well,
Um,
guess I'll throw in a bid.
yeah. Guess I'll put
Yeah,
in
me
my
too, I guess.
$50 bid just in case.
That would be
But yeah,
crazy. I
I
won
guess
with $50.
if we want to
Does
talk about
Sotheby's take
some,
credit card?
does what?
Does Sotheby's take credit card?
Do they take credit card? I think they do. Yeah.
Hey,
You run up to
I open a new
Amex,
one with no interest for 15 months. Let's get it.
200K, just load it up on the gold card.
All right, be right back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. And I think that opens in a week,
April. Yeah,
April
next week.
5th, right?
Yep.
I thought it was going to be all month. It's only like a week long. It's April or
Mhm.
10 days, the 5th through the 14th. Yeah, not as long as I thought it was. But
Hey,
I
you know,
still going to get a lot of money.
yeah.
Um I guess speaking of things not getting a lot of money, um
Adidas.
yeah, after we already talked about Adidas and Beyonce going downhill, Beyonce has now officially cut ties with Adidas and is leaving. I believe the official statement was she plans to. Beyonce is excited and looking to reclaim her brand, chart her own path, and maintain creative freedom. Um, my assumption is that Adidas paid her a whole bunch, and she was like, "Yeah, you can just take the name and run with it for athletic gear." They obviously couldn't make good enough products, or they couldn't sell enough of it, and now she's like, "Well, it's your fault, and I'll take the name back."
Yeah.
Do you guys think that it was Adidas's fault? It's hers fault. It's both fault. They got like $200 million worth of stuff sitting right now.
I feel
I
like
guess it was a. I feel like it was Adidas' fault just because like the volume that they produced and it was like the quality wasn't there as well as like
Yep,
it
true.
was like huge clothing lines and it was like
yeah.
none of the pieces were like standout.
Yeah, that's a very good point. It was all very just basic and 3 star, right?
I honestly can't even remember like seeing any campaigns for a new line for her. It just like shows up.
Yeah, I would see like an
Yeah, I
ad
mean it
like a
really
week
does.
before on some sneaker sites and just be like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, but there's like no rollout or anything. It's just ta-da.
The only one
It's
that had a
available.
rollout that I remember was the original, that maroon and
yeah,
orange color, and
Oh
after
yeah,
that
yeah,
it
yeah.
went downhill.
You don't really hear
Probably
much
because the
about it.
second colorway was the Volt, like that bright yellow, and I think that ruined the momentum.
Oof. Yeah. But there's also like I feel like even though Beyonce is such a big name in the entertainment world, I feel like in fashion, maybe I'm wrong, but like I don't really
Well,
see her as like that kind of icon.
Yeah,
That makes
that's
sense.
that was our next thing that we got on here. But and then she left Adidas and goes to Bauman to
Yeah.
make a collection, right? And that definitely seems up more her alley,
Right. Like
right?
that, like higher end, like luxury, but not so much like the athletic stuff.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's what everybody was talking about is when have you ever seen her wear any of that stuff out in
Right.
public?
Yeah. You only see
Never.
her at like, um, big events,
Award
like
shows and stuff
award
like that.
shows. Right. And
She's
it's
not
all,
wearing an Adidas tracksuit there.
well, maybe if she did, it probably would do a little bit better.
Probably get a lot of headlines.
Yeah.
Beyonce wears, tracksuit
Exactly.
to the Met Gala or something.
Hey, I mean, if that's what it takes.
Yeah. But yeah,
At least she's
I
wearing the stuff
definitely,
for Balmain this time.
and I don't know if she's actually released the collection or not.
No, it just seems like promo right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a 16-piece collection. Yeah, I
More
think so.
limited, obviously, right?
I think so. What I don't really understand is if it's outfits like this, I don't really know who they think is going to be buying this. I mean, if it's a 16-piece collection, I mean, maybe it's like a whole bunch of like really high-end
Yeah,
influencer level celebrity, mini celebrity, whatever they are.
Sure.
it's
Um,
probably just not all these bejeweled like outfits, but like
I hope not.
I'm sure
yeah, I really hope
it'll
not.
be a little bit more wearable.
I'm like convinced ever since like Kanye's basically said half this stuff is fake and then Virgil said design is a scam. I'm convinced at this point like half the fashion shows just incorporate weird outfits just to get people to talk
Headlines.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't actually
Yeah.
care like as a fashion thing. It's just meant to be weird so people post it as like what's going on with fashion and then like talk about it.
Right. And then
I
you
mean,
get clicks, and then you drive people to your site, and then they see other things that are more wearable.
yeah. And
Yeah.
your 15
I mean,
ads
Rick
that are on your
Owens.
page.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with Rick Owens, but like he's pretty about his like style.
I've
Yeah, I mean
only
he's got
heard
a
about Rick
very
Owens
unique
from
style.
Merit. Yeah.
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 Sorry, what did you say, Kyle?
I said I only know about Rick Owen from Merit because he always talks about it.
So he's had a few collabs with like Adidas and stuff too, and Doc Martens, but
Yeah.
it's like, just out there
It's
unless you're about
the
that stuff.
website really gives you kind of like an off-white vibe.
Yeah. I feel like that's like
Is that
maybe most
$15,000
fashion.
for that jacket?
Holy, what's it made
Cop.
of?
He said cop. That's a full tuna that they skinned and they put. Dude, it might be. I mean,
That hey, this would be great with that
actually,
fishing dunk,
is
the
that a
rainbow trout dunk.
python?
Oh, I thought it was a tuna too.
Uh, oh no, it's genuine paratrue fish skin.
Oh, wow.
That's insane.
The paratrue is, yeah, paratrue is one of the largest freshwater fish native to Amazon. I
Oh,
think
those
it's
things
that
are
really long
massive.
one,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. That thing is massive.
Oh
Wow.
yeah.
So
Oh
I
yeah,
will
dude.
say,
This is that thing you see on River Monsters.
Yep.
Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? I
Yep.
mean,
Yeah,
that
100% do.
jeez, man, that thing is crazy looking.
if you want to wear look like one of those, just cop some Rick Owens.
Yeah.
I was saying the iridescent goes with the SBs that are coming out later. The rainbow trout one.
Oh, it does actually. You can get a $15,000 jacket to match your $200 shoes.
Hey, I
I
mean,
The
think
only
this
thing
is
I
a
will
snake
say
skin, or no, this is mesh.
is the Rick
oh,
Owens Doc Martens actually resold. So
really?
Oh, the shoes, yeah.
yeah, the
Some of the
smaller
shoes are
ones.
really like they get the trendy kind of because it's
Big
that I don't know what
platform.
you call them. Yeah, it's like the big platform style. That seems to really be in right now, especially in like I think Japan. I think
Yeah.
they really have a lot of that.
Well, how would you even describe that style? Like,
It's
What Doc
kind of like
Martens
yeah.
it's not really edgy punk. I don't know.
want to be edgy girl aesthetic.
There's definitely some like grunge kind of name thing for it. I'm
Yeah.
sure there is.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're kind of all like that. It's very I don't want to say Converse. Oh, look, a Converse.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh
tongue
yeah,
is
he has a
so
Converse
big.
collaboration too.
I was gonna say a lot
I
of these
completely
really look
forgot.
like Converse, and then wow, look, there's a Converse on the website.
That tongue is
Um,
huge though.
yeah,
Yeah.
I see, but I
Do you
kind of
like
like
these high
that where
fashion, these
I
kind of
like
high
that.
fashion collabs with like Converse and Nike?
I think it's interesting because it's definitely something out of the norm that we
It's
Because
see
sold
from
out.
them.
we had like Prada and Adidas, and everyone
Oh
forgot
yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Well, the first one was so bad. The second one I think got a little bit better, but the first few were so bad. It had like a pocket and stuff on it.
These pants are
These pants are
hilarious.
very interesting. A lot of these are basically like it's the same recycled kind of fear of God. And I don't want to say recycled, right? Maybe he did it first and Jerry copied, but it's that same kind of very basic style that I feel like
Aesthetic.
all the designers do. Yeah. Like I mean it's all the same kind of stuff at this point.
Yeah. Who's being
Yeah, I hate to
innovative?
say it, but yeah, Kanye was actually making some changes for stuff. I'm waiting for some of these other artists to step up and do that as well, but so far there's not many who do that. But if we want to talk about speaking up and or stepping up, I don't know if necessarily this is the step up that we wanted. Jerry Jerry Lorenzo and Adidas have finally not they, but somebody finally leaked their collaboration, right? And first glances, right? What do you think about this shoe? Just when you looked at it, what did you think immediately?
It reminded me of a Yeezy Quantum.
Yep.
Bro, exactly. That's exactly what I saw.
Yep.
Anything else?
Uh, the Fear of God ones. Like it's like a
The
mix.
three stripes was so like low
This?
effort right in the
Yeah,
front.
yeah.
I thought it was
These
like a vent.
no, it's just three stripes on
I
it.
know,
They did
but
that
it's
with
just like
the you saw the slide. The slide is
uh
just a white slide that just has the same three stripes embossed
oh,
on the top,
so lazy.
and it's like,
Also, didn't he get this tattooed on
why?
his neck? The three
He
stripes.
did, and then he posted a picture of him covering the back of his neck. So there's a lot of wondering if this doesn't go well, he might be out of Adidas now too.
Oof.
He might be stuck
That'd
with a
be really
tattoo.
bad. Lose two contract. Yeah, bro, you have to cover up your whole neck at that point. He'll never wear anything less than a turtleneck ever again. Um, yeah, some people were saying Yeezy twos for the straps. I didn't really see that. I definitely
It looked
saw
like the
what
750
Kyle
V2 a
said.
little bit, yeah.
That yeah.
Yeah, I saw the quantum mixed with the was it fog
Fear of God.
one? Is that what it's
Yeah.
called? Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
definitely. That's definitely what I saw with it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Well, if this came out, what would you think retail would be? What would you actually pay for this?
Huh.
Let's keep in mind those fog ones were like $350.
Right, that's what I was just
Yeah,
thinking. Yeah.
yeah.
But
You
those were
gotta,
huge. And like remember the box was huge too. I think these would go
Dude,
for
yeah.
175.
massive. Those were.
I kind of think of those as their equivalent of like a first release 750, right? 750s were super
Yeah.
expensive. The box was huge because it was like a first brand new test, so they probably had high tooling expensives and stuff like that.
Have you had
Azim
both of them? The
had
750 and the fogs?
no, I never got fogs.
Okay. I was
Unlucky.
just curious, like, what the size difference between the two of them were.
Azim,
Fear
did you
of
get
Gods were
fogs?
pretty big. I never
Yeah.
hit, but I've like seen them in consignment stores. They're pretty
Oh
big
yeah.
still.
Yeah. I mean, I got the triple blacks, but I mean, obviously, I never had a
Side note,
750.
do you remember the guy who traded his Fear of Gods for the Quantums?
Yep.
Was
Oh, I
the
So,
don't think he actually traded
no,
them.
I
I
think
think he
that was a clickbait kind of
Yeah,
stunt.
I
Oh
think he was
dang.
proving his size so he could get his pair. I think that's
Uh,
what actually happened. There
Yeah.
was a guy though who took in like 7 pairs of shoes and traded it for a pair of zebras. And
What?
he
yeah, I
recorded
remember
that
that video.
going into the consignment shop, and
Oh,
that
God.
feels horrible. He traded $1,500 worth of shoes for the
For
pair
his
of
That was on
zebras.
the first Zebra release. That
Yes,
was so
yeah.
funny.
That was so
Jeez.
sad, man.
Man, got ripped.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Azim, sorry, I missed what you said earlier. What were you saying for prices for this? I think you set it up a
I think
little
around
earlier.
175, maybe like
For
200,
retail?
225. Yeah.
I
Okay.
was thinking more like 220, Yeah.
Yeah,
If the Fear of
I was
God
realizing
ones
like
were 350, I think these would probably be like low 200s, I would guess.
inflation's hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
gonna say.
maybe
If
250
this
then.
is if this is just a prototype sample and there's more
Yeah.
to it, yeah, my guess was 250
Yeah.
because it looks a little weak around the sides. Maybe that's how it's designed to be lighter. Maybe there's some extra tech or something in
Yeah.
there, but yeah, I feel like they'd bulk it up a little bit more.
But also
That was
just
my
like
big
having
problem with
that
the Quantum.
one lace eyelet showing
Oh, I
doesn't.
didn't even notice. It's only one.
Well, I mean
Oh
that's showing. It
yeah.
could be on the inside too, but I mean,
Oh,
it does
maybe.
it does. I don't know. It's just kind
Oh,
of it feels weak. Like
yeah.
not
I
really
feel like
supportive.
Wow,
because
yeah, I
how
didn't
long
even
has he
notice
been
that.
signed to Adidas?
At
3
least,
years.
yeah,
And this is what we've seen. It's kind of like disappointing.
Well, he
very.
had like 2 weeks ago, he released some hoodies. But yeah, this is the first
Whoa,
shoe
hoodies.
thing. I think April 4th is when he said we were getting that was so yeah, to follow up with all this, he saw the backlash. He's actually on Instagram. I mean, he sees everything. And he said like, this is not the final release of the shoe. The final collection will be revealed on April 4th.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm excited to see if there's a better version of this. If he comes out with this same shoe, I will turn off the live immediately. It's over from there. Like,
Wait,
there's no point to watch after that.
you said collection, so there's probably gonna be clothing too.
Yeah, yeah. He said collection, so it's
Okay.
supposed to be, I would assume, more than just footwear. If they only came out with one thing and it's one shoe and it's
And it's the
this,
collection.
they better just decide bankruptcy at Adidas. They are done if that was
Oh
Yeah.
their
my
decision
god.
making. What was
You,
somebody tweeted when this picture came out? He said Adidas is gonna make another 3,000 pairs of these and go $50 billion in debt all over again.
oh God.
And I'm like, yeah, I
Jeez.
mean that's what's gonna
Th-
happen at this point. They're just pumping out the
I
worst
mean,
ideas.
do you think under like Adidas' new CEO, they'll actually like do better about this though? Like we said with the Sambas, they're trying to only do one collab a quarter. Do you think
So
they'll
Um,
actually like
far,
improve?
I don't know. I guess we have to wait and see how they actually keep going with it. I like how conscious he is of
yeah,
Kanye's influence on the brand because he said specifically he didn't want to get rid of Kanye's name and sell it because he said that doesn't seem right because that's what the product is, and he
right.
knows people don't want to buy it for that price without Kanye's name, right?
Yeah.
So I
Which is
feel
what
like
we
he's
all agreed on too.
yeah, and everybody in the sneaker community kind of agreed. Nobody wants to pay a contracted collaboration price for a nothing shoe,
Right.
right? I mean, at that point, you Yeezys would go from what was it 230 at the end. You got to
Yeah.
bring that thing down to like 150 at least.
Yeah. That Kanye is
Yeah,
that Kanye brand name is the markup.
yeah. I mean, it's the same thing as Trump. I mean, once you get like to a certain level, your name really does sell. If you've
Yeah.
got a market for it, you can move it. Um, yeah. I really wish Jerry kind of did that though. I like, Virgil kind of got there. It took him a while. I don't know if that was because of Kanye kind of not helping him out or what, but Virgil got there. Kanye got there. I kind of hope Jerry gets there. I don't know, Kyle, if you knew about Jerry's old, original collaborations with like Vans and stuff like that. Azim, do you think he's
Yeah.
improved or do you think he's just kind of stayed the same designer, whatever that he is, creative?
I mean, like looking at his clothing, it seems very like still the same stuff, like
Mm-hmm.
slightly different. Like with these shoes, they seem like less interesting than his Vans collab. So I'm kind of like disappointed in it. Like there's nothing new here or like interesting.
Yeah. It's just like borrowed from like similar projects and just trying to no, not mismatch, but like kind of stitch different things together.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Other
It's
than
very similar to other models. So that kind of makes it a
other than
problem.
essentials, what has Jerry Lorenzo come out with like good for Fear of God or memorable?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
For
I can't
Fear of
think of
God,
it.
I mean, as of recent, nothing else, right? I think that they kind of had. I'm trying to think of what other collabs they had back in the day, but honestly, besides the Vans, I really can't think of any.
It's just Vans and Nike, TBH.
Yeah, is that really it? I mean, it might be. Yeah, I mean,
He
he
had the
and that
Converse.
just kind of proves, right? Nothing really has lasted, right? Nothing
Hmm.
has really lasted. Like, I'll admit though, the essential stuff, how basic it is, it does sell,
Yeah.
right? And maybe it doesn't now, but for a couple of years, I mean, it was selling so hot it was reselling. Um, so
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
it is impressive that for a basic brand like that, right? He could move that. Um, but yeah, it's definitely
Sorry.
not something that is like a longevity piece, right? You can make money on it, but I don't think that that's ever going to be like a big pinnacle of his creative abilities.
He also had a Birkenstock collab. Let's not forget that.
Whoa, did he really? I think I missed that one.
Yeah.
Wait, it's still on his site now.
Is it really
I think so. If that's the one you're talking about, is he?
sitting in stock for
I
$150,000?
just saw like an wait, what? I just found like a news article about it.
What
Yeah.
website, Kyle?
No.
Fear of God. Yeah, 395. Ooh.
Oh yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, the Los Feliz.
Yeah, very pricey for a Birkenstock, but like,
That's how it is.
Oh, Birkenstock collab, bro. I thought you meant Birkin the bag.
No,
I
Oh
Birkenstock.
was like,
no.
yo, I was like, he got a Birkin collab.
That would have been crazy.
I almost thought Mischief got that Birkin collab when they were doing their sandal thing, right? Um, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I
What are
forgot
you
he had
talking
the
about?
Birkenstock collab, but um, yeah, I mean,
Mischief's
I
a
don't
top
think
designer.
it's
I
not
think they
really
should get
anything
the
of
Adidas
that.
collab. Oh.
It's not really. I feel like Mischief did more of a creative design with Birkenstocks than Jerry did with this. This just looks like
Yeah.
a wool top on top of a Birkenstock.
Pretty much
Yeah.
it.
I mean,
But
yeah,
considering the other Birkenstocks collab, just to give him some slack, like there's not much you can do, really.
yeah,
Sure.
that's very true. It's a very limited set of options that you can probably use on this to even remotely make it work out. Yeah, that's very true. Plus, what do these retail for?
400?
Regular
300 plus?
Birkins?
What is a normal one? Is $100, right?
Is it?
Yes,
I think it's
something like
$100
that.
for normal.
I don't even know.
But okay,
Yeah, I
here's
think
the
100, 200, 150-ish.
retail.
Yeah, 110,
Yeah,
158 for some models.
yeah. So it's not the worst, I guess. But okay, we moving into our final thing, I guess we can pose a question straight off of this. Would you pay more for the sneaker, a little bit more, right? Knowing that it was like a pre-order option and you were guaranteed the shoe in your size. But just like the Kith Samba pre-orders that just happened, it's gonna take how long, Azim? 4 to 8 months?
4 to 6
4
months,
to
yeah.
6 months.
Okay, yeah. 4 to 6 months, yeah.
It's just Zade cake straight from the retailer.
Yeah, I mean it's almost the same. At least you're guaranteed though it's gonna be real too. He's buying through
True.
StockX now. We've got bigger problems. He doesn't know what
Yeah.
was real either.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
but yeah, do you think that's the way that things would go? I mean, for a while, I think we all knew eventually with bots eating at stuff, people would all move to raffles, and that's what's
right.
happened, right? Everybody moved to raffles. Even the raffle bots got kind of messed up when EQL got involved and kind of hurt them a little bit.
Yeah.
And they adapted. That's what we thought would happen. Pre-orders have been a thought for a while, but I don't know. Would you guys buy shoes like that? Would you buy a shoe to wait 6 months to get it?
If it's for like something like for personal, yes.
Yeah, if it's a personal, like for a few shoes, I'll do it.
Right.
Do you remember the Yeezy? I think it was 700, and then for the first 500, they did a bundle like pre-order on
Yeah,
Yeezy
that bundle
Supply.
was terrible. Yeah, I was just about to bring up the 700. The Wave Runner was on pre-order and it just sat
Really?
because like yeah, it sat for like almost half the day I think
Wow.
because people were just a little unsure about it. Um, and then the bundle came out. The bundle was even more nuts because it was like $800 because you had to buy the shoe, shorts,
And then
uh,
clothing.
and clothes. Yeah, and like
Oh,
a shirt. And then before they even shipped those pairs out, they released just the shoes on Yeezy Supply.
Yeah.
So they really screwed over some people. Yeah, I don't know. It's a very interesting thing to me. I always worry that like, I mean, it's not anything about botting and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but it's more like, if they release a shoe like that and they do all the pre-orders and everything, it kind of takes away a little bit of the fun of attempting to get sneakers, right?
Yeah.
As much it's not fun to get
Yeah.
L's, and I get that, but getting like the rush of like, trying to go for a shoe, or the little bit of nervousness of, when there were certain first come first serve drops, like that was always more fun. It's not fun when you just wake up, all right, enter a raffle, go back to sleep, find out in 5 hours, right?
Right.
It's definitely less stressful if you're busy and stuff,
Yeah.
but
I think like even
uh,
going off of that too, you're like also missing out on the story of like
yeah,
getting it,
That's what I was
right?
just gonna say. The shoe feels less special if you're pre-ordering it.
Yeah. That's why it's
yeah, it
like
definitely,
I care more about it if it was just like a plain regular personal pair,
yeah,
Nothing like super hyped, I guess.
yeah, for sure. Any of the pairs that I'm really attached to, I generally have a good story about how I got it, or
Right.
what I had to do to get it. Yeah, um, yeah, definitely more than just winning a raffle. It's not always the most fun. It is lucky sometimes if it's that one, winning the trophy room on trophy room, right? Okay, I would be pretty impressed by that raffle win too. But regularly, yeah, I definitely think that raffles aren't as fun for that.
Yeah.
Um, do you think that if Nike started doing this for all their shoes, they would kill all the resale? Because I mean, they might kill all the hype too, because there's
Yeah.
no limited sense of any shoes anymore. If you want it, you're guaranteed to get it as long as you pre-order it in time.
Yeah. You lose all that artificial scarcity that,
I mean, like, I don't think
drives
like
hype.
the resale would like tank completely because like some models would just be like, oh, year, 2 years down the line, someone's gonna be wanting it and like
Yeah,
they're gonna be able to buy it still, but like it's not gonna have the same hype effect.
Right.
or it might just be that if you didn't pre-order in that time, they may not bring it back for like a couple years. So then there's a resale market for anybody who did pre-order and just hangs on to their pair. But then if
Exactly.
everybody's willing to wait, it may just lower the market a little bit, I guess.
Yeah,
Um,
because like
yeah,
I think what we were talking about earlier, like the 4 to 6 months, or um, it is a long amount of time. Because Azim, you already
Four to
forgot
six
about the
months is a little
SB4s.
excessive.
I was saying because you already forgot about the SB4s last week.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
people forget like pretty quickly nowadays. So it's like if you're doing a pre-order and you're not gonna see it for 4 to 6 months, like all that hype, all that like discussion post release is gone. You know,
Yeah,
because it's just like
exactly.
it's out of your mind. You're like, oh, I'm just gonna see it in like 4 to 6 months, and
Side
then
note though,
completely forget about it.
I have the shop app on my phone and I just see all my orders that are like waiting. I'm just like, when is it coming in?
Yeah.
all those big red boots.
Those
Yeah,
still haven't come out yet, right?
I
Like
think they're
haven't
shipping.
shipped. Oh,
Some
Oh, are
people
they
said
shipping
they
or is it
got
the
shipping
fake shipping?
emails. I think it's people getting shipping emails because the prices started to fall for sure.
oh yeah.
They're
They're
down to
not
like
they're not
five
in the
hundred dollars ish
thousand.
now. Yeah, they're like 500 to 600, I think now.
Thank
I
So
goodness.
like,
thought that was
what was
like
the retail on them?
decent
Three
flip.
fifty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, I mean, really, the only decent flip was if you got seeded a pair
Right.
because you wore it, took some pictures, got the clout, and then sold it on StockX for $1,300.
That was ridiculous seeing that thing going for 4 figures. I was like, who in their right mind
I
was
definitely think it was
buying that?
celebrities. Some celebrity was like, "Hey," their publicist was like, "You got to buy these boots and put them on." Who was it? The Los
Yeah.
Pollos Hermanos guy, right? Uh,
Oh,
he, I can't remember the actor's name,
yeah, yeah.
but he had them on, and he was taking pictures of it like with them, and I was like, man, they literally spread it to everybody. Like, I mean, these people are just using it because it's attention grabbing,
Viral.
right?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
went
and I mean,
viral.
it works. Yeah, I mean, it
I want to
definitely
see
works.
Chris put them on and then try to take them off and then get stuck.
Well,
Drewski apparently got stuck in them at
it's
private
Yeah.
selection.
yep.
That's pretty funny.
I was not ready for how loud he was gonna yell when they were trying to take it off his foot.
Yeah, definitely. That is a key worries that I put one of those. I mean, I can't imagine for my little legs that it's gonna get stuck in there,
It's gonna
but
be a knee high for you.
yeah, it'd go up to my stomach. Um, yeah, that's wild to me that there people are putting them on. I can't imagine what would happen if it actually got stuck. Like it'd be kind of funny.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to like low key buzz saw it out.
Yep. Get like a giant pair of shears and just go cut down the side.
Gosh, get the bush clippers.
Yeah. Oh, but I'm
Jeez.
like thinking like if you're like wearing it in summer, it's just gonna be like sweaty and gross on the
Sweaty.
inside because it's
Yeah.
like all rubber, right? Ugh.
Did you see the
Do you see
video
some
of the guy
people?
at SneakerCon with the eBay dunk?
No.
The guy was wearing eBay
Oh yeah,
dunks
yeah,
and he
yeah.
went down on his toes. You can see the sweat dripping off the
Ugh.
clear
Was
part
he
of the
not wearing
shoe and it's
socks or something?
steamy.
Oh
And he was
gosh.
wearing socks, bro.
Oh.
But I'm like, bro, I was like, not on him, but I was like, you got sweaty feet, brother. But I was like, maybe don't wear the see-through shoe with
Yeah.
plastic in it. Like it's not gonna
Oh,
do any good stuff for your feet.
no. Or the shoe.
Yeah, wear some breathable Vomeros or something, and like probably go off and be a lot better.
Yeah, for sure. Or Birkenstocks at this
Uh,
point.
Or Birkenstock.
Do you remember the CDG Dunk Highs, which were clear plastic too? I think this was before your time, Kyle.
CDG Dunk Highs?
Yeah.
Let me
That's
look
not
at them.
the silver one, was it?
No, it's a clear plastic. I'll just
Oh,
paste a picture.
yeah.
See, I wanted these for a while, but now that you're saying that like the sweat and stuff, I might knock off just
Oh
because I don't
yeah.
want
Oh,
to be
yep.
that guy too.
Yeah, it definitely does that. And for you, right where you are, like I mean it's gonna be warm for you. So how would you be
Toasty.
worried about
Yeah,
that?
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, in theory, like those are cool to see and like
They're
you
cool
can
on a
think
shelf.
yeah, but to wear them, you're like, I regret everything.
Yeah.
These
Definitely
also had a problem
not the
of
most
yellowing
wearable.
too on the
Oh
plastic.
yeah, the plastic.
Oh, oxidizing or just
I
Yeah,
from
think that's what it is. It's just with age, right? That
yeah.
plastic part yellows.
exactly.
I swear it's not from my sweat.
Yeah. It's not from running a marathon in the eBay dunks, I swear. I'm trying to think of what other shoes like turned yellow like that for the plastic, but
Fragment.
yeah, but fragment, yeah, I mean it was I don't know if that was plastic, but yeah, whatever that back part is it plastic or rubber, one of the
I think it
two.
was plastic.
Is it? Yeah.
I think so. Some sort
There were
of.
some Air Forces that had clear plastic too. Forgot what.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
a orange Japan pair. Is this Shibuya?
There's also the Clot ones.
No, maybe it was
The
something
Clot Air
else.
Maxes that came out
Oh
recently.
yeah, those were all the Kiss of Death.
Cause yeah,
That was
that's what it was.
that was the re-release. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those were like nasty thin, man. Like the siding part of that was
Hmm.
so thin, I couldn't understand how people were wearing that. Yo, what are those? The Windex Forces?
No, these are just some clear plastic
Oh.
Air Force Ones from a while back, and they just post a picture with Windex next to it.
But yeah, oh yeah, they are yellowing
Yeah, maybe that's how he cleans them.
with window.
Yeah. That's one of the problems with some of those
Hmm.
types is like you can't really avoid the damage that gets done to them. Like off-whites. Off-whites people were trying for so hard to like how to hide it and prevent it, but then like all the foam was turning yellow and stuff like that. Nobody could fix it or stop it.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely having problems. But it'll be a little interesting, I guess, to see if any of these brands move forward with more pre-orders. We saw Ronnie kind of quickly turn from doing like an app member drop to just pre-orders. So yeah, it'll be very interesting in the future if more brands kind of switch to that. But I think that's everything that we've
Ronnie,
got for today.
I was just
So
gonna say Ronnie really securing that bag.
Yeah.
oh yeah, I mean he's 100% getting every collab he can, and then he's gonna sell off Kith. Kith is gonna be $1 billion brand. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised
You
if
think it's gonna
VF
go for a
Corp or
billion?
something picks it up. I think he's
Really?
going for $1 billion. Yeah, I think
Hmm.
that's what he wants to do. I think that's why he's pushing so hard because he's also opening more stores. I think.
Yeah, there's like two
Yeah,
stores this year, right?
I think
Miami and
so. Yeah,
Paris.
yeah.
so far. Yeah, and then Paris is getting that exclusive Off-White, so he
Oh,
might be trying to get in on that tier 0 up there. Never
hey,
know.
all
That'd be
power
very
to
wild.
him.
Yeah, really. I mean, he's already got the Hawaii collabs, and he's got stuff like that. He's all over the place at this point.
Yeah.
Um,
One kid Chicago. Come on, Ronnie.
I know,
One
really.
Kith Vegas.
They don't have one yet?
No,
Oh,
Really?
that's surprising.
we don't have shit here. Oh,
They got the store in
can't say
Honolulu
that.
before Vegas.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
That's
I
what I'm
just
saying. Huh.
Yeah, that's actually very true. They're kind of weird in the US. I don't think they open a lot of spots.
they open in like a bunch of stores in New York, and then they have 2 stores in LA.
What? They
Hmm.
have a store
They have,
in Aspen, Colorado?
yeah,
Yeah,
I just saw that. I was
Colorado's where
like,
they're
I
big.
never knew
That's
that.
that is so random.
I'm pretty sure that's where they started.
I thought it
No
was New
way, he
York.
started in
Was
New
it?
York.
Was it New York?
Yeah, that's what I
There's
thought.
He
something
literally
about
grew up
Aspen that
in New
was like
York.
big. I swear, because
Huh.
I remember because Teddy, like Boost God, used to make all of his vlogs and go to like that store, and that store used to get like really good stuff. I swear that's like a
No,
flagship store for something. I might have to look that up on what else it was,
because
but
there's the whole story about like Ronnie like working in a shoe store when he was 12 in New York.
oh really? I didn't know that. I knew the Kith and Kin kind of thing. I didn't know anything further than
No,
that. That's interesting. Okay. He worked in like a sweatshop?
no, he worked in like a sneaker store, like or a shoe
Oh.
store, like selling sneakers.
Huh.
What was it? David Z.
That is really random.
He worked at a shoe building shop at the age of 12. That sounds like a sweatshop.
Hey, he was a stock boy.
If you work kids, you make working products, and yeah,
Hmm.
walks like a duck,
Suspicious.
talks like a duck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting though. That's really nice. I guess that I'm assuming he worked under like a cobbler or something. That kind of would explain how he's so knowledgeable in like footwear anatomy and like the details that he puts into all of his collabs.
That's true.
Yeah.
I
So I
will
think
I'll say that he does that really well. So,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he released like Asics before he even had Kith, like,
but
but
like just
he's like
Ronnie
that's
Five
how he's
days.
got. Yeah, that's how he's had like the connection with ASIC for so long is because he's known it since like before Kith.
Yeah, because you said these were like his 100th.
His 100th
Exactly.
pair.
Like
Yeah.
obviously it takes
That's
time to get that many.
right.
Maybe
But
he was
yeah,
working as like a designer for him or some studio and then broke off.
Yeah, his first
Good thing
ASIC was
to
in
dive in
2007.
for.
Kith didn't open until 2011. So
hmm. He's had practice.
exactly.
He's definitely one of like the probably staple people in the game to be doing this long.
Yeah.
I think the other one might be like James Whitaker, right? Um, but I don't think he's necessarily as big yet. I think Alma Manier's collabs and stuff are on the way. But I do hope they get a lot bigger as well. I think they all kind of deserve to go up there,
I know if that's the case, I kind of
except for Trophy
kind
Room.
of I kind of hope that I'm a Manier and like social status, like they get other things outside of Jordan or Nike.
Oh,
Yeah. Have they done Adidas collabs? I feel like they've done have, but I forgot.
uh, somebody just got a forum like
They
a
have done
Adidas
Adidas collabs,
collab,
but they've
and I
all been
can't
like
remember who it
Ultra
was.
Boost or something that
Oh,
underwhelming.
maybe it was Atlas. I think that was a different shop though. But yeah, some of those brands get it. I really think some of those brands are like chokeholded by Nike though.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
know that like they have to represent Nike to like the fullest to like get that kind of feedback or advantages for stock and stuff. Because I mean, Michael Jordan when he was out there at the Olympics and everything like that, I mean, he was loyal as heck to Nike. Like would cover up the Reebok logo and everything.
Right.
Yeah, so I feel like they kind of embodied that for all their other people, and they kind of expect that now.
I've
Kind of
always been surprised
sucks.
that Kith doesn't have as many like Nike collabs because I feel like he'd be their go-to guy to some degree.
I think the only one that I can think of is the Air Force with the Knicks.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
the Air
'cause he's
Force and then
the
the LeBrons.
Yeah, he's
he's
the
the
creative
Knicks creative
director.
director. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the LeBrons were kind of good though. I really like the 15s.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Bring
I
it
really
back.
like those ones.
I'm
Some of
surprised they
those were
didn't give him
nice.
a dunk.
I think it's because of royalty checks and stuff. I bet Ronnie's in there, asking for a big fat bag, and Nike's probably like, "Why don't you make some samples with us, and we'll pick one of those to go on our own."
Yeah.
And Ronnie's like, nah." Yeah,
That's fair.
that's probably what it is. Is really is it's probably a disagreement on some kind of price or something. Not to say like he's greedy or anything, but
Yeah.
he knows his worth. He's that level. I think he can ask whatever price he wants.
But it's
He's
also
definitely
like,
one of the top designers in the game right now for like sneakers.
yeah.
Yeah,
I also maybe like it's also that Nike Jordan aren't really his aesthetic.
yeah, they're not
Not
really
even,
as casual. Yeah, it seems more of like a Adidas kind of style,
Yeah,
like the
like I
low
feel
even
like
like
casual
dunks,
fashion.
we never got.
Yeah,
sure, yeah. But yeah, that's why like whenever I think of Kith, like the New Balance and Asics
I
collabs
think
like
he's very
make
much into
more
his New
sense.
Balances. And yeah, he's
yeah,
definitely into his New Balances and Asics. And
Yeah.
those are like his bread and butter.
Yeah.
those layered shoes rather than like a dunk that's like three pieces glued together.
Right. Higher quality too.
Yeah, he definitely loves like the suedes and stuff like that.
And that's why I
Um,
like Ronnie.
yeah, Azim, which color did you get?
I got the main color, the like white and green with the
Oh, okay,
tansel.
That's
classic
gonna
clean.
look
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah. I was thinking about getting the other ones. Like I considered getting the whole pack for a second.
you said it'd be like $1,000, right? Wasn't it like 230 each?
Ronnie's really got
They
you
don't
in a
give me a
hold.
bulk
Ronnie's
discount.
got you. Ronnie's got you in the absolute coldest of chokeholds at this point.
I will say I will cop like one of his Asics, like if there's a good colorway coming out.
Azim's
Yeah.
not even patting on the floor. He just says, "Give me the pain."
I need a loyalty discount at this point, please.
Right?
A punch card. Yeah.
Give me
Uh,
all the loyalty insiders.
price was a little too high for me. I just don't want to pay that for Samba. But I would have
That's
gone for the
fair.
220 for
green
a
one.
Samba is definitely high.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have gone for a green pair. I mean, I might regret it once I see your pair and see how quality it is. But,
Sure.
yeah, I think they are really good shoes. It just never had a Samba before. I'm not going to pay that much for my first one.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's fair because like a Samba used to be a pretty basic shoe,
Yeah.
Aren't they like $90 retail? What's normal retail on them?
Like
ish.
100.
Okay, yeah, so it's like a dunk. Yeah, okay.
Keep in mind this is a Clark collab with Clark too.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
This was also for the opening of the new store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle, which color are you taking?
I would have done white, green, and then tan.
White, green. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I definitely think the tan just kind of looks weird, all tan.
Felt like a Timberland.
No. It looks like a gingerbread cookie to me. I kind of like it though.
It's the Timberland, I guess, of the pack.
Yeah.
Is that a
Just-
leather insole though? Can you
It
kind
is
of
a
see
leather
in like the
insole.
tan?
Yeah, I think
That's
it's a leather
crazy though.
insole and leather sock liner.
How?
My
It's
feet
gonna
are
be
gonna
a
be
really
sweating,
quality
dude.
shoe. I
Yeah,
mean,
I was
there's
thinking it's
no
gonna be a
way.
little sweaty.
Yeah, it is gonna be a little sweaty. But I mean, it's meant for like thinner socks and like a summery fall kind of outfit, right? So maybe a little bit chilly.
Yeah, hopefully. Padded cows. Oh, upper is made of cow suede. Ooh.
Okay.
Wow.
Better have some like lambskin or something on the inside. What is it?
They don't say. Well, I can't.
I always kind of like think about going back and trying to do one of those bespoke Nike shoes.
Mhm.
Trying to get on that list. I would love to do one.
Are
Put
they
just the
still doing
craziest
Yeah.
that?
materials. I don't know if they're still doing it. At this point, I'm sure you gotta like know somebody or be somebody to get in there.
Hey, you are somebody.
Not to them. If anything, I'm an op. I don't think they want me in the door. They're gonna they're gonna Khashoggi me, bro. You never see me again.
Have you heard of Hender's scheme?
Oh yeah. He has a really yeah. He did the Adidas collab, right? Is that what this is?
Yeah, this is the Jordan 4, like the
Oh,
all leather one.
Bro, Henderscheme made that $1,000 NMD. Do you remember that? Oh
Yeah, I
yeah, this is a
remember.
$800 freaking Jordan. Yeah, bro. Dude, it is nutty. I don't know what it is and why people are paying that because I can't imagine that shoe is comfortable.
Doesn't
Um,
look like it.
but yeah, I mean, it is a full leather 4. God, that tongue looks really crazy inside though. Yeah, what a weird
I
shoe.
think Nike needs to release like a full collab like this.
They did. They used to. The premium lines, they used to sell like $400 Jordans and they used to sit because nobody wanted to pay for them. I
Understandable.
remember I went to Disney once and there was a store that like was selling Jordans and they were like they had them all there and I was like I'd never seen this before and they were all super premium Jordans. And I was like, okay, well that's interesting. Never really seen these around. Um, yeah, wasn't my thing back then, but it was interesting. But I think that kind of wraps us up for today. Maybe next time we might do a deeper dive on Kith and kind of see and explore if Ronnie's making any more moves. I'd like to get some financials from him, but I think they're a bit private, so they probably won't have any of those releasing anywhere. But definitely don't forget to tune in on our next episode. And if you've tuned in this far, make sure to give us a rating and subscribe still. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.